Hi, my name's Jessica Gepford, and I'm going to be talking to you about Heidi Roizen and how she became so successful through networking. She first started off her career at Tandem, where she generated a great relationship with the CEO who wrote her a recommendation letter for grad school. After grad school, she started with Teammaker, and she helped build relationships with the press by encouraging them to view the products in their publications. She attended numerous industry conferences and events. She joined a handful of well-known technology-oriented groups. She joined the board of Software Publishers Association and was elected president. Teammaker designed several of the first software programs for Apple, which helped her obtain her next job through Apple, where she used the networks she had been building for years to call external software developers. She also mended the bitter relationship with Apple and Microsoft, knowing both parties. After that, she began her career as a mentor capitalist. Through time and experience, she helped start up companies. Through her board position, she had helped recruit employees that were from her past position in Apple. She helped people she liked and respected find new career opportunities. She made sure to email the day after she met with them to establish a communication flow. She hosted parties. She networked through health clubs, jogging, and picking her children up from school. Through picking her children up from school, she met Vincent, who opened the door for her to join his company's board. After that, she started at SoftBank Venture Capital. She was specifically brought on board for her mentoring abilities and her executive contacts. She made sure to respond to every plan she received, even if they decided not to invest. She established close ties with the nuclei and other close ties with people she liked. And I'd like to just point out Heidi Roizen's strengths. She made sure it was a win-win. She established trust. Her network was diverse. She made sure to maintain leverage. She was efficient and she was outgoing, and she made sure to maintain consistency. Also, if you look at her relationships throughout her career, she's had a lot. This is just a visual of her networking. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the concepts that were discussed in the reading and video and how they relate to Heidi Roizen's career. I'd like to first talk about Give and Take, which was a book written by Adam Grant. Through this, I've established that Heidi was more of an otherish. That being said, she was being willing to give more than she received, but she still kept her own interests in sight. She was using them as a guide to choosing when and where and whom to give them to. She was selective about who she gave it to. Like you can see in the reading that she turned down her friend's husband for 2 hours because she had to pick her priorities. She wasn't a doormat. When people know their work makes a difference, it makes them feel energized, and she felt energized a lot. She wasn't fearful of asking for help when she needed it. She also, like I mentioned, asked for that recommendation letter from the CEO. And then the article we read about how to build your network, Heidi used the shared activities principle. She worked with people who shared the same background as her. These people were in the same industry as her, enjoyed the same social groups like the jogging team, after school programs. She helped build trust, and they developed concepts that allowed them to transfer information quickly. this forced ties between diverse individuals. And then the other reading we read was the harnessing of science and of persuasion. What relates to that is the number 4 principle of persuasion, which is consistency. Heidi talked about how consistency means that in each interaction with that person, you are consistent in your actions. If a relationship is built with consistency, then you get by with fewer interactions and still maintain a very good relationship. Communication is key. And she showed that through making sure to add her contacts to her address book so she would have them and she would, be forced to communicate with them. Also, power. Heidi used her network to turn what she had already knew into power. She was a broker. She organized the encounters. She gained her power because she connected separate clusters which stimulated collaboration. And I'd like to leave you with one quote from the book Give and Take. And this quote was by Peter Audit. If you remember, he was the Australian financial advisor. The quote is, "The more I help out, the more successful I become." And I believe this applies to Heidi's life. She helped so many people, and in return, she was so successful. Thank you.